I'm Coach Bobby Hauck. We're in the Montana Grizzly football offices, and welcome to MontanaGrizzlies.com Weekly Insider Film Session. We're going to look at our homecoming opponent, Weber State University. They'll be a tough opponent. They're a big physical group, and I think you'll like what you see out of them on film. The first thing we want to look at is Weber State special teams and their returner, Brian Edewadi. He's jersey number 6. He's an all-league performer at kickoff return, and we're just going to watch him in each of the first 3 games they played. This is against Boise State in week 1. You'll see him right here. He just flat makes people miss. Boise's lucky. The off number 1 player comes in here. You'll see him appear out of the left side or the right side of the screen. He's going to dive and get him with one arm. Otherwise, it's out the gate. He's quite a player. It's really an impressive return scheme. I just want to sit back and watch it this time, and then I'll diagnose for you what they're doing in the upcoming 2 clips. But he's really good. What they want to do is they're essentially going to double team a front side player. They're going to trap or kick in a front side player. They're going to kick out the edge and try to run that crease. It's really it's a very sound return scheme, not unlike what we've seen out of our first 3 opponents. There we go. Dive, get him with one arm, get him down or it's gone. It's not different than what we've seen out of our first 3 opponents so much on kickoff return. What's the big deal is the man they've got doing it. And you need to be sure you recognize this weekend when you watch the game where number 6 is at all times, both on offense and defense. Here there at Cal Poly, you can see him kick out 1 and 2, and he's out the gate. And we will see him here on the end zone. Look at this. He makes his cuts at full speed. The difference with Edewadi is he makes his cuts at full speed. You're going to watch him come up in here. He just makes people miss and goes. They're going to double with these 2 players right here on number 3. They're going to trap number 4 here in on the edge, and then they're out, kicking out, and he's out the gate. Watch him. Zip, zip, make the guy miss. He makes the guy look like he can't play college football. It's really impressive. And then he outruns everybody to the end zone. And here he is. Last week against our neighbors from the east. They're going to put the ball on the left hash, kick it deep left, and here he goes. And it's almost like if they get him down on the 50-yard line, it's almost like a victory for their coverage team, the fact that they got him down on the ground. So let's take a look at him right now. Ball's off. You can see him settling. Double 3, kick 4, kick out, and you can watch him right here. He gets in the crease. He's running. He makes people miss. And you can see him, he's making people miss without breaking stride. It's very impressive to me. Take a look here. And right here, you can see it. They've got a pretty good kick. They've got it squeezed into the boundary, and here they come. He makes a move, and he just cuts back. He makes people look like they aren't good tacklers when they are. Weber's defense. It's an interesting scheme. It's pretty sound. They want to play 8 in the box against the heavy sets. I formation out of Boise State. They're going to keep them all in. They only move 1 man. They've got 10 guys in here playing against Boise State. Boise tries to run the power play. They get underneath it. We'll see it from the end zone here where they're going to run power. They're going to go with the fullback here. They're going to pull the backside guard around. Point of attack's right here. You'll see him spill under the fullback's block, make the running back bounce, and then the pursuit catches up. Watch the defensive end, watch the outside linebacker right here at the point of attack. Here comes the fullback, spill underneath, ball's got to bounce. Ian Johnson's down for a 2-yard loss. That's a good play by the Weber Wildcats. Now they open it up a little bit. 2 backs, 3 wide receivers. They're throwing the 3-step drop. It's man-free coverage, and we'll see it from the end zone here. Man-to-man, 1 backer in the low hole, a post safety. It's man-to-man, gain of 2 or 3 is all they can get out of the play. You've got to win against man coverage if you're going to beat Weber. And then they've got 11 personnel, or 20, excuse me, 2 backs, 3 wides. They drop back, and it's zone pressure, and Boise can't pick it up. Let's watch Boise try to pick this up. It's a little unusual. They're bringing both the strong side linebacker and the strong safety from this side, and you can see the other safety roll over the top. It's cover 2. The quarterback's fooled, nowhere to throw, and it's a big loss and a sack. And then last but not least, Weber likes to get down in here and play bracket coverage. Double cover the slots. Doubled here, doubled there, and there's nowhere to go with the ball. It's a sound defensive scheme, and that is true double coverage. A lot of times you hear people commentating on TV about double coverage because there happen to be two people where the ball's being thrown. This is true bracketing double coverage, and we got to find a way to learn where the brackets are during the game and then find the single covered guys. Weber's offense. They've been very multiple on offense in the 3 games leading up to this point. I think we're going to see very little of this 4 wide receiver set except in 3rd down. If we see them getting to this in early downs, it means we're doing a good job. Right here, they run a fake jailbreak screen with the outside receiver ducking in and the inside slot, instead of blocking, goes. They fool Boise, and it's touchdown Weber. You can see this is Jimmy Barnes, the transfer quarterback from Alabama. He's an accurate thrower when he's given the time, and you can see he finds, guess who, number 6 again for a touchdown. We're back to 10 personnel again, 4 wide receivers, shotgun, not exactly what they want to do, but if they get behind or they get into 3rd down, we're going to see vertical seam routes by these guys or crossing routes by the slot receivers. One thing they like to do, and you'll see this, it's really well illustrated on this cross route, whether they do it with the wide receiver over here or the tight end. He wants to come in and pick the linebacker and let number 6 run across the formation. And he picks the defender right here. You see number 6 come open because we get a pick. 1st down Weber State. We need to fight our way through that pick or keep them guessing whether it's zone or man. Here's what they want to do. They want to line up in I formation, 2 backs, 1 tight end. Right here you're going to see the power play. Bread and butter. It's the same play we saw them play against Boise State, and you can see them out the gate for a big run. You can see Trevin Smith and the other running backs run very hard. Here's a good look at it. They're going to down block here. The fullback's going to lead on the end. The end gets underneath. The guard steps around, and they're into the secondary. It's a heck of a play by them. It's one of the best running plays in any college football scheme. Out the gate, big run. And you can see these backs. They really move their feet and get yardage after contact. Here you're going to see sweep. You're going to see puller and puller. You'll see down block, 2 pullers. Fullback leading the way, and Trevin Smith, the guy who led the Big Sky in rushing, is into the secondary. And once he gets there, he's hard to tackle. You can see him. He's keeping his legs driving. He finishes down the field, and it usually takes more than 1 player to get him down. But here's the pullers. Puller and puller, fullback leads. It's student body right, to coin the old 1970s USC term. That's been MontanaGrizzlies.com Weekly Insider Film Session. We'll see you next Thursday when we take a look at Eastern Washington.